I haven't done one of these in a long time. I'm
No,
kind of rusty. Hi everyone. Hi. I think this is the 22nd episode of Models and Movies.
Woo.
Today I have a wonderful person with me. What would you like to go by? We had a discussion earlier as to what her name was going to be. And,
Ophelia Bloom.
Hey, her name is Ophelia Bloom, and behind us you can see what her Instagram is.
Ophelia Bloom modeling _
Do
modeling.
not just put in Ophelia Bloom like I often do with her photos, and then this person named Ophelia Bloom's like, hey, dude, it's not me.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I've gotten a couple of messages saying, not me. All right.
That's me.
Yeah, so Ophelia Bloom modeling. And you can see some of the pictures that we have taken in the recent past.
Oh, they're my favorite ones.
We've only known each other not too long.
You're my favorite photographer.
You are a delight.
So.
And a popcorn monster just munching on the popcorn.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay. So we watched a movie today.
We did. It was good.
That movie was a Serbian film. Now, a Serbian film it's an action adventure film of, traveling across the world, looking for treasures. That's not true. We didn't.
Not accurate at all.
We did not watch a Serbian film.
But it was still remarkable and a journey. We went through a journey.
Oh my God. What film did we watch?
Today we watched Showgirls, and it was beautiful. It was starring
some people.
some people.
It was starring some people. Naomi.
Not Naomi. Naomi.
We're gonna talk about characters in a second. I have a whole like there's a thing that I do. Anyway, oh God, I keep looking at my monitor. That's why I look stupid. Let's do beer of the show.
Beer of the show.
Beer of the show.
Beer of the show.
Today's beer of the show. Ophelia, what is today's beer of the show?
Today's beer of the show is Funky Buddha by Funky Buddha Brewery. It is. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. See the artwork.
No, that camera.
See,
there you go. Well, now it's out of focus. It's where your face is. You have to pull it back to your face. Hey, Funky Buddha. Funky Buddha. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. Now, the reason why I picked this beer is because of the actress in the film is Elizabeth Berkley, who you may know played, well, you don't because you're too young, but she played Jessie. I believe her last name was Spanner, or was that Full House? Anyway,
I got you.
She played. I know. I'm all effed up. So she played Jessie in Saved by the Bell, and there was a very special episode of Saved by the Bell where she got hooked on speed, and then she was doing her little dance. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
That's when she had her breakdown, and Zach saved her and everything became okay. So let's try Funky Buddha's. Oh my God, it's black.
I mean, well, Funky Buddha thought it was. Oh my, it really is.
Do you like dark beers?
I do like dark.
Do you?
I do.
We'll get married.
Well, they're all the beers. I love all beers.
I don't like IPAs so much.
That's my least favorite kind of beer.
But I do love a dark chocolatey beer. Well, thank you.
To catch it?
Oh,
I ruined it. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
I'll save you.
I'm sorry, everyone. It's on my pants.
It's on your pants.
All right, now that
Funky
we're ready.
Buddha,
Funky
I'm so
Buddha.
excited. I'm so scared. That's dark.
I like it,
That's
though.
dark. That's gonna take a few sips to get into, but
Yeah, it is. But it's
wow,
good though.
that
It's
is.
good.
Yeah. Let's talk about Showgirls. Your notes are nuked. They're
I
gone.
can still see.
Can you? Okay, great. So Showgirls. This is a movie directed by Paul Verhoeven and written by Joe Estevez. No, Esterhaus.
Esther House.
Esterhaus. He's German. But Paul Verhoeven has done other films. Maybe it was what was the one with Sharon Stone where she showed her beaver? Was that I'll fix this in editing, but what's the movie where Fatal? No, not Fatal. Doesn't matter. Basic Instinct. Thank you. So I believe that Paul Verhoeven did Basic Instinct as well. I could be totally wrong. This could be just a mess. Who knows? We've been drinking. Okay, so Showgirls.
Showgirls.
So, Ophelia, what is Showgirls about? Tell me the plot of Showgirls.
Well, the plot of Showgirls is about, it's a story of Nomi Malone, who we later find out was not Nomi, not Naomi, Nomi.
She picked her own name, but
Nomi.
not her name, but
She
go on.
wanted to be a star. She wanted to be a star. She went to Vegas.
Yes, she
She
went to
got
Vegas.
picked up by Jeff
Come on. This is your lucky day.
on her way to Vegas.
Oh, you remembered that guy's name?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was Elvis looking,
Yes,
not
he
Elvis.
was. He was very Elvis.
He was very Elvis with a not so sexy Elvis flair. And he wanted him some Nomi, and Nomi just had an attitude. Nomi, okay, first off, Nomi attitude
They go together.
Malone, not, I mean, like Post Malone, Nomi. Nomi Malone. But she wanted to go to Vegas. So
What does she want to do in Vegas?
she wants to be a showgirl. She wants to be a.
She wanted to be a
wants
dancer.
known to be a dancer.
She wanted to be famous dancer in Vegas.
But unfortunately, she started out at a place.
It's not like something you go and just become.
You can't.
You don't
You gotta
become-
work your way. There's bridges. There's bridges. There's steps.
That's
You
right.
gotta
There
get
are there are levels that you go through in Vegas to become a showgirl.
It's
What's,
not about just showing.
What's
the
step one?
goods. What's the good? What's what?
What's step one of becoming a showgirl?
Step one of becoming a showgirl is know your assets.
I thought it was lick a stripper pole in a shitty strip club.
Oh, she licked the whole pole up and down. Like not just a little lick, it was full tongue wrapped around the pole lick up and down. But and like we all know, if you ever have looked at a stripper pole, the last thing you want to do is touch it. Much less
Why? Because
openly touch
what,
it with a
what else touches a stripper pole generally?
every part of a stripper's body. I mean her neck. I mean like
Her
neck's
neck.
up. That's like
Her
the
neck.
nastiest part of your
You
body
never
is
want
her neck.
to. You want to never touch a stripper's neck. Ugh.
It's the nastiest part.
Yeah. So anyway, so she's a stripper for a little while, and then what happens?
Well, then she like starts to get a little fancy after, you know, she showed her goods to everyone in
Right.
Vegas at this point.
Yes, full nude.
Full nude,
Full
full
nude.
boob, but she committed. She lost her luggage, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
made a friend
Yes.
by beating up her car dramatically.
Wait.
first-
We're gonna get to that in a second. This is just the general
happened in the
overview
story?
of what happens in the
Oh,
movie.
I'm sorry, I'm getting excited.
Yes, yes. Oh, we're gonna touch on everything, I promise. But
Nomi wants to be a showgirl. She wants to
Yes.
be a dancer, a performer, and
Correct.
she goes and meets a couple of people.
Yep.
She meets some people on her journey.
and they give her a big break.
They give her, and she's not happy with it.
No.
But she still gets the
She-
big break
she
over and over and
fucks
over
up
and over.
the audition so bad,
But gets it.
but somehow gets it.
Because of her sauciness is just enough. That's just what they're looking for apparently in Vegas is your
That's
saucy.
right. Because what the runner, the showrunner, he was
I'm Tony Moss. I produce this show. Some of you probably heard that I'm a prick. I am a prick.
he actually admitted that he was like what, an asshole or a, what did he say he was? He was a.
I am a prick.
And then she actually repeated that back to him when he was dismissing people for ridiculous reasons, like your ears are too big or
Oh, yeah,
your
like-
tits are too floppy or something like that.
What kind of classes have you had?
I haven't had classes.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm watching you be a prick.
I don't think he said that one, but he probably thought it
Wow.
for some of them. But he went down the line. He was kind of shitty. Then Tobey Maguire came out during the pirate dance.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man 3.
emo Tobey Maguire came out. And
That's Kyle MacLachlan, but we'll get to that in a second.
so basically Nomi threw stuff throughout the whole
She was.
movie. She
She has anger issues.
anger. I mean, like there was some good acting, but
Right.
there was some very strong choices that she chose that did
But
not
she
fit
does
with the
get
movie.
into the show.
She does get into it.
She gets her part in the show as a background dancer, and then what happens?
And then let's see,
I
she
love how
bonded over
she's-
some doggy
I love
chow.
how she's referring to her notes that are beer soaked, and really probably don't say anything anyway. But okay, so she
goes to Vegas and she gets what she wants.
yeah, pretty
The
much
whole movie she gets what she wants.
exactly, and she doesn't even try that hard.
She doesn't even try. She just and she pouts through it. But
Yeah.
she gets what she wants, and then there's this couple. There's a girl who plays the goddess,
Correct.
who is the queen of the show.
She's the star of the show.
Yeah, the
that's
star.
what Nomi wants to
That's
be.
the pinnacle. That's where you want to be as a
Right.
showgirl. And she even gets in accidentally at this strip club, she does this crazy dance and wins the heart and the penis of
She wins the penis.
wins the penis of this guy who just so happens to work for Stardust.
Right.
And she gets a crazy job at this amazing burlesque LA
It's a stripper
style
show. Is
stripper
basically what it is. It's a showgirl show.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Naked imagery, but
We'll talk about the characters now.
okay.
So we talked about Nomi. Nomi's the main character. She is Elizabeth Berkley. She is, first of all, gorgeous. Second of all,
Beautiful body.
sexy as fuck. I mean, she's great body. And
Outfit changes are perfect
She
for
can
her
dance.
body.
Yeah, yeah.
She can dance hard,
She dances
not-
very hard.
very hard.
Very
She's a hard
fast,
dancer.
very-
She's
very-
not a very sensual,
very,
soft dancer.
She's always
sex
having a seizure.
gyrating.
Having a seizure when she's dancing.
Sex equals seizure equals
Right.
Nomi.
So yes, so she is the main character. She wants to be the showgirl. She wants to be famous. She wants to be of name. She wants to be known. And then we have the first person that she meets in Vegas is, what is her name?
Molly.
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 Molly's probably the nicest person on the planet.
And she's lucky. She's lucky she even ran into Molly.
You're right. Nomi would have died in 12 minutes in Vegas had she not met Molly. Because Molly picked her up off the street, fed her food.
Gave her clothes because she didn't have anything at all.
That's right, because she lost.
And a job. She got her job.
That's right. She got her job at the Cheetah, and she appreciated nothing.
She was so angry. She was just
At her first
Angry.
meal, at the first meal that Molly took her to, she like threw the basket of
French
fries everywhere.
Like I don't have any money at all.
Come
Screw
on.
these fries.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck these fries.
Fuck these fries.
She was very, very
So-
different.
Even at this dinner that Molly paid for, that Nomi threw on the floor,
On the floor.
then Molly said,
Look, you can stay with me if you need a place to crash.
She got lucky.
as
There was a heated
As
moment
you
of
would
passion
do.
though, for a moment. A weird heated moment of passion.
all right,
A
that's true.
confusing passion.
There was a moment where Nomi ran out into the
Nomi.
street in Las Vegas when she was so upset. And Molly went to grab her and save her from getting hit by a car. And then they had this moment.
There was an eye moment. And for a good 3-4 seconds.
There was a moment.
It was a moment. They may deny it, but it was a moment.
They had sex right there.
Right there, in their eyes.
In their minds.
Visually.
Mind's eye.
Women can do that.
And then Molly said, "Come live with me." Women can do that? I didn't know.
Do that.
That's awesome.
It's the power we have.
So 6 weeks later, was it 6 weeks later? I think they said.
Yeah, it was
And
like
there's a
3
title
months.
screen that comes up 6 weeks later, and Nomi's now working at the Cheetah.
Nomi's a nail painting extraordinaire.
That's right. She does
apparently.
nails. She's Vietnamese.
The nails.
And Molly works for the Stardust show doing
As a tailor.
costuming, like that?
Costuming, tailor, seamstress.
And she says, "Hey, you've been here for 6 whole weeks struggling. Why don't you come down to the Stardust where I
I've
work?
seen you sit in the RV.
Yeah, come see what I do." For 6 weeks later, and then she goes there and she's like starstruck. She's like Wonderwall. She sees, who does she see in her dressing room?
Crystal Connors.
Crystal Connors, the star of the show.
The star who was played by
Gina Gershon.
who?
Gina Gershon.
Gina Gershon.
Yes.
Who's got the sexy sideways smile every time she speaks.
Ophelia doesn't know who
like
this
this.
person is, but
She's got a sexy smile. Though.
you all know who Gina
Every
Gershon
time
is.
she talks, she does the little. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Gina
Yes,
Gershon.
she plays an interesting character where we're not sure if she's trying to fuck
Seduce her?
up Nomi's life or seduce her. You're right, or who knows what she's trying to do, but that's the thing that happens. She also meets a black dude named, I found out his name is James. James is an artist who is also a dance choreographer. You're gonna write that down? You think that's gonna be useful later?
I didn't catch it.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so James meets her at a dance club and they dance together. How does that go?
He said she's the worst dancer he'd ever seen, but then said he was God's gift to earth on dancing. So
Your little Southern just came out
We don't
right
know if
there
it
for
was,
just a moment, and then you brought it back.
I tailored it back in.
Yeah.
flipped it back.
Yeah, so James has the hots for Nomi.
He does the whole movie. I don't understand where this love goes. Poor James. Poor James. He doesn't know either. He obviously was so messed up by it.
Well, the interesting thing is that storyline goes nowhere.
We still don't know what happens with
It's
James.
wasted
Zero
time.
idea.
Wasted time in the film.
Movie filler.
It is. It's
Movie
basically
filler.
just.
Or drawing your attention away.
Oh my God! We can't just have a movie of Nomi going to be a showgirl and then
can't just
failing
follow
and
her
then
dreams.
No, we need a B story. Anyway, so James is a dance choreographer and he tries to teach
And
Nomi how to
bellboy.
dance. Oh, that's right. He's a
And
bellboy in the front of the.
Stardust?
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything happens at the Stardust, by the way, and the Venetian underneath. So.
Which it makes the set look amazing and the theater look amazing for
Yeah.
the Stardust. If you're like me and have never seen it,
Yeah.
it makes you kind of want to go, even though apparently it's like the oldest piece of shit in Vegas.
The Stardust is not a good hotel. In
Womp womp.
Vegas. But the Venetian is nice. The Venetian is very nice.
I want to
Okay.
shop at the Venetian at
You-
Versace.
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 Versace, because they make a big silly
Deal
thing
about
about
Versace.
they.
Versace?
Nice dress.
Thanks. How you bought it at Versace?
They celebrated Nomi getting the part, I guess, and they went to Versace.
And she bought Versace
To buy a dress.
She's being fancy because
Yes.
she could afford Versace at this point.
Versace, and nobody at Versace told her, "Welcome to Versace," or "Thank you for shopping at
She's
Versace."
like, this is Versace.
It was a dress that was so impossibly short. If she didn't have total flat ass, she would have just been butt ass at the back, falling out.
Luckily,
Luckily,
she looked good in it.
she had a great butt.
In
by
her
the way.
Versace.
She had the best '90s body ever.
God bless the 90s.
So who else is in this movie? We've got Zach. Zach is emo Spider-Man.
Zach is emo Spider-Man, and he was in Sex and the City, right?
I think you're right. I think he.
I do.
Kyle
He's
Mc-
always been a sexy guy, but like
Kyle
his bangs
McLaughlin.
are always in his face. In this movie too, his
This
hair's
was
in his
terrible.
face.
Yeah, terrible,
All the time.
terrible hair
look
and
at his
makeup
eyes.
on Kyle McLaughlin
His
because
chin's coming out further than his hair.
that was weird. Yeah. So he's got this '90s swoop. I'm too loud. He's got this '90s swoop going on, and you couldn't see half of his face for most of the movie,
No.
which was annoying.
Happy Easter,
Good
by the way.
teeth. Okay, happy Easter, everybody. So in the very beginning, we have Zach and Crystal Connors. They go to the Cheetah where Nomi is working, and
First
they
gig.
buy her.
To do the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my existence.
So
To do a private dance.
They go back to the private. Wait, the private dance is the weirdest thing you've ever heard of?
That's the weirdest
That's a
thing
thing
I've
that
ever seen on
happens.
TV.
Oh, okay.
It was
The
her
dance. The
itself.
dance was.
He walked out a different man than he came in.
It was aggressive.
She was doing the Bernie. Do you remember the Bernie?
No.
You don't remember the Bernie?
Are you gonna?
And I don't even want to because it's really ugly.
All right, try not to step on your mic wire.
I won't, but I'll do it soon now. You know when they put the leads back and they do this.
Oh, yes.
Remember the Bernie?
I've had that done in a strip club before.
She
So-
did her research.
That is not the end of the dance, though, because it ended in an entire.
Don't forget the stare off with the girlfriend.
Oh,
she
that's
did the
right.
stare off with
That's
Crystal.
right, because Crystal
Connors.
Connors was sitting in the seat adjacent to them, watching this whole thing go down.
Her sexual drive was so strong, she pulled them both in. And they were both under her grasp. They couldn't escape.
But no, there was no escape. The gravity.
The gravity of her
sucked them
sexual.
together. So yeah, they basically had sex. Nomi was completely naked on top of Zach.
His
riding.
jeans did not come off.
No, because you're not allowed to touch in the champagne room, but the strippers can touch you, and boy howdy, did she touch him with the parts. You're a bad bartender. You got it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
But I fixed it. I saved it.
He fixed it. So they basically had sex. He made a mess in his pants, and then they leave.
But the girlfriend leaves happy too.
Yes.
Because they all want her.
but it was a power play. It was a big power play.
And it
that
was
she
her
doing.
terrible attitude. They just wanted to eat her alive because she didn't want anybody.
I agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
She just threw everything.
So he basically got her the audition and then consequently accepted into the show.
Yeah.
Because they both wanted her close to them.
So they throw her into auditioning and they give her
Oh my
2
God.
seconds to learn the dance. But good God, she's the most talented dancer I've ever met in my life. Picked up that
But
choreography in
even
0.4 seconds.
Even though she did it 95%, redheaded gay boy comes in and says, "No, you did it all wrong. It's 6 steps, not 8."
6 steps, not 8. We'll get you next time.
Holy crap. It's like, dude, you just showed her 8 seconds ago and she did it mostly the right way. Anyway.
But luckily it was her style of dancing this time.
Thrust it! Thrust it! Thrust it! Come on, thrust it! Bob!
A lot, not
Violent,
like
violent.
sexy. It was like chop, chop, chop. And do
Karate
the.
chop, yeah. Penny.
Penny was a slut.
Penny was a slut. So
Penny was cute.
Penny is the new girl at the Cheetah Club, and it was her first day.
Poor little
and-
Penny.
My name isn't Hope. My name's Penny.
Oh, she was so green.
She bounced around.
She
Went where the flow took her.
She ended up being James's new girlfriend,
New baby mama.
baby mama,
Baby
and
mama. She was a rebound.
and that story ended.
She was a rebound.
Just like
she was
that.
the rebound. She was
Yeah,
so.
because-
What was his name? His name was James. James fell in love with or Naomi. He had an attraction to Naomi.
Yes, because they did a
Naomi
dance
didn't want
number.
him. That freaking.
All right, everybody, calm down for a second and time out. We need to explain this scene. Late
The
in
dirty dance.
about halfway through the movie, there was a dirty dancing scene where James was going to teach Naomi how to dance.
Properly.
I guess. So they start
You mean intercourse?
dancing.
You mean intercourse?
Intercourse. They start dancing, and it turns into dirty dancing, which then turns into groping and lip licking.
And then bleeding.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Lip licking. It wasn't kissing, it was lip licking. And then there was
Adulthood.
what?
Womanhood.
Adulthood? Is that what you just said? Adulthood. Lip licking.
Womanhood.
And then there was James
Weird.
ripped down the front of her and exposed her boobies.
I'm crying.
And then squeezed and moved and then went down into her leotard thing and went spelunking, and she was just like
Spelunking?
she was like, no. And then
Wait, she gave him 2 seconds.
yeah, well, you're right. And he was like, oh, okay. And he was like, nope, went right back down there. And she's like, I'm on my period. And he comes back up and he's like, ew. As a boy would
Didn't
do.
he smell it? Didn't he?
I don't think he smelled it.
Did he like put his hand on it?
No, he didn't do that. I don't think so. I'll have to check that tape, but I'm pretty sure he
But
did
he
not
said
do that.
something like it being bloody or too sticky or too
No.
wet. No, he says too wet.
No.
Oh my God, not
He
smell
said,
it.
he
Oh
said,
It's all right, I got towels.
because he's a feminist. That's what a feminist would do. He would be like, don't worry, that's okay.
Crying.
I know, that's good though. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. So,
But she was wet. She's like, no.
You can fuck me when you love me.
I do love you.
And then she's like, oh fuck, that shit ain't gonna work. And then
Yeah.
she walked out.
Then she walked out. And then he immediately rebounded to Penny.
Poor Penny. Poor Penny.
Immediately.
She even heard the girl, Naomi walked in on it.
All right.
Back
so
to Penny, the
Penny,
slut.
she's a slut. You think you saw her at the Stardust, which I can't imagine that's possible.
I don't
'cause-
think I did. I think I
okay,
was
you
wrong.
just made that up. Okay.
I thought I saw short blonde hair.
So there's so much nudity in this movie that you
lose
stop
track.
seeing it. It's so much.
But it's pretty. It's pretty nudity.
They
It's not
found
like,
except for that big fat lady, they found all the best bodies in
spent
Hollywood
like $800
on her dress that
her
like
dress. They had 4 different
her
dresses.
fancy dress.
She
that-
just did this.
and her
And
boobs
her
pop out.
boobs popped out of her dress.
Yeah.
It was magnificent.
I am Magnificant?
Magnificant.
Fuck is that?
Continuation.
Continue.
All right, we're on to
Continue.
Penny the slut.
Penny the slut.
Penny
We've been
the
talking
slut's
about Penny.
over. Penny, we've already wasted enough time on you. Let's go on.
So basically,
let's go on to the brown rice.
5 minutes after they do their little dance, sex, not having sex thing, Nomi goes back to James's place, and James is having sex with Penny, who apparently he has super sperm because he immediately impregnated her.
Do you want something to drink?
Yeah, get me a beer, bitch. We're getting married. She's having a baby.
And he gets
Poor
her
Penny.
pregnant. They're gonna get married.
She just got her hair cut.
And then that is the end of James and Penny's story.
That's all we hear until we find out she's pregnant later.
There's like 40 minutes left in the movie, and then that's the end of their story. No more Penny and James.
James Penny.
They just ran out of story.
Which, funny enough, she was told by the pimp at the club that she couldn't be named Penny because
they want Clash dum-dum. They don't want to fuck a Penny. They want to fuck a Heather or a Tiffany.
nobody wanted to pay for a penny.
No, they want
like
they want
wanted
a Heather.
hope.
They want a
They
Heather.
wanted hope.
A
Heaven?
hope.
Heaven? Was it heaven or hope? How did you do that? I spilled mine all over my pants. Did you like that chocolate stout,
I
healthy goodness?
It is chocolate, isn't it?
There's a chocolatey taste. It's like cocoa-y chocolate. I love beer. I love beer.
What
I
is
love
the
dark.
what is the alcohol in this?
Heavy, because I'm drunk.
No,
so
no, no, no. It can't be heavy.
It's gotta be 9.7. I know I'm drunk, so I've been drunk for a minute.
We're gonna cut this little part out of it too because
That's all right, because we got a lot to tell you about.
Hey, Cookie.
James and Penny.
No, we're done with James and Penny.
Look at my alcohol-soaked scrubs. All right, and going on. All right, so she had opening night. They gave her her opening audition.
Yep.
Which was, she learned it in 2 seconds, and then they threw her on stage.
Yep.
They just threw her on stage, like she knew what she was doing.
Basically, and it was ridiculous because
It was remarkable.
remarkable.
She did a good job.
When you watch what she actually did on opening night, you're just like, how the fuck did she learn how to do
She's
any of
got
that?
super speed and great memory.
She literally looked like a pinball bouncing around a pinball table because people were grabbing her and catching her, and she was jumping into guys' arms and spinning around and stuff like that. And
I've got to tell you, there was one. I'm sorry. There was one moment when someone threw her up in the air, and she just did this.
no, that's way later with the motorcycles and the S&M thing.
But you saw that one moment.
Yeah. We were
I was
very.
like, whoa, that was terrible.
We were terrible.
Well, it wasn't a good moment. She didn't look good. She just went.
Oh.
And like her arm, they weren't even level. One was like.
I think you're talking about the first.
And they
areas,
threw her up.
yeah.
She's like.
Yeah.
And it looked bad.
Later with the. You okay? Good. Your boobs fly out. You
I'm
okay?
fixing my boobage. I started thinking about the scene and I got involved.
Oh. So let's stop talking about the characters here because the only other character we have to talk about is Andrew Carver.
He was a douche.
He was a rapist.
He was such a douche.
But we'll get to that. Let's talk about the quality of the movie. So a lot of times in this show, we watch movies that are horrible, like horribly made, horribly shot, horribly sound. What did you think of this one?
There were some really bad moments where Nomi didn't look herself, where she didn't look as beautiful as she normally was, I think. But good God, some of those performance scenes, they got some awesome. I'd like the last one where the dominatrix. I was like, whoa!
Raise her up and pull her down and push her back up. Okay,
it was sexy. It was beautiful. It was great movie quality.
If Paul Verhoeven did something right in this movie, is he shot it beautifully.
Even boobies shaking. Like when you run as a woman and your boobies, when you go upstairs, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Going up and down stairs.
Watching ass jiggles and stuff like that.
These boobies and asses move the way they did. Because like if you do this thing, if you do this.
Show us.
If you do this.
Yeah.
With boobies, normally it doesn't look like that great. But the way the costumes were cut, the way it was filmed, it looked so good. Even like the weirdest arm, like when she beat the guy up and like kicked him down with her feet, and her boobies were just flying.
I would say that was an interesting.
And they looked great.
That was an interesting scene that I don't actually remember.
Good.
So yeah, so this was beautifully shot. The lighting was fantastic. The cinematography was great. The set pieces were large and
very
tons and
detailed.
tons of people in the background. So you felt like you were actually in these scenes. It wasn't just. whatever. I mean, they spent a lot of money, a lot of effort making this movie look and sound beautiful. So so great. Okay, so we basically just went over the quality of the video and the sound. Sound was good?
Sound was good.
I thought that the sound was okay, but the music was great. I thought some of the song selections was
The
great.
soundtrack itself?
Soundtrack was good.
Yeah, it had a great playlist, like a great...
There were a couple of great Prince songs
You
in it.
called out every
Yeah.
song. Oh, Prince, two Prince songs?
Let's talk about the special effects of this film. There's not really any special effects in this movie, but...
There's some blood.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's some makeup special effects and some, like, theatrical special effects in the shows that are shown in the movie, but there's not really any, like, decapitations or
Nothing crazy.
CGI or anything.
No, nothing crazy. Just actual performance of, like,
There's some great
stripper
stunt work
scenes,
with that
stunt work.
truck almost getting into a truck crash.
Holy God, he was the worst driver.
Bad driver. That's the
Worst
first,
driver.
pretty much the
Freaking
first scene
Jeff.
in the movie, yeah.
Jeff Sky, you look out for.
You gave him the last name? Jeff Sky?
I said Jeff's the guy, but
Oh.
Jeff Sky. If you
Jeff
want to name
Sky is his name now.
Look out, Jeff Sky.
You point a knife
you
at him.
in Vegas.
If you
don't
point a
ride with
knife
Lou.
at him, he'll like drive his truck in front of an 18-wheeler and
It's crazy.
nearly
He's
kill
fine.
everyone.
He sees a knife though. He fucking goes 8 feet left and right at the same time.
That's right. So something interesting that happens in this film is Nomi appears to be a character that isn't real, and everyone else in the film
Absolutely.
is watching this film, reacting to Nomi not being a real character, going, "What in the hell is your
Like
deal?"
you can act like that. Like
So-
this popcorn.
Yes, throw it all over the place. So literally, Nomi gets into this guy's truck, and she goes apeshit and pulls a knife on him.
You can sit a little bit closer if you want.
And he goes, "You're crazy, lady. I'm pulling over. You're going to get out." As a human would do. And then because the movie needs it, they just don't. And then they keep driving 6 hours
She just
to
keeps
Las
being
Vegas.
the badass little bitch that she is.
Right.
Nomi knows no bounds. Thank you this
her-
movie for
her
giving Nomi.
boundaries are...
Showgirls gave Nomi the power that women wish we had. She pulled out a knife.
Are you going all feminist now in this
No,
review?
but that we wish that we would have. Like, she's pulled out a knife and I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wee,
Wee, wee, wee.
I guess I'll go to LA now.
I'm sorry. So, Ophelia just ruined the end of the movie.
Oh, I'm so
Because at the end of the movie, Nomi has quit her job as the... Oh, by the way,
beautiful, like, showgirl.
we forgot to tell what happens in this movie.
We did.
So,
going back.
Nomi actually becomes...
Goddess.
No. She becomes the understudy first. Somehow.
understudy.
Because she auditioned
How?
for it, and then she didn't get it.
And
but
then she was rude.
did get it.
She threw stuff.
She threw stuff and then did get it. And then she threw
Because
Crystal,
she made that guy so excited. That
Crystal
first-
Caverns down
the
the stairs. And
She was walking,
broke
pushed her
her
down.
hip, and then became the lead.
Goddess became the leader of
Became
all.
the
All
lead.
you got to do apparently is
But then she went to a boat show and didn't fuck
dance backwards.
a s-
Dance
I'm
towards
sorry,
no
that's
one.
right. They danced toward the wall because they didn't have enough room to show the crowd and the dancers. And they didn't want to show the dancers'
They
butts.
want to do 2 takes. It's just
Too hard. It's too hard to move the boat. So they danced toward the wall, and then she was going to go to a dinner with a very rich Japanese businessman.
but it turned out to be escorting for $1 grand.
And then she was like,
that was a way below her pay
"No,
rate.
I'm not doing it." And not just walk away.
I was going to do it before.
She didn't just walk away. She walked away and like elbowed the guy.
Elbowed, pushed, and did this elbow jerk number that she did in every scene.
Like her dancing. Yes. So
That's it.
she can't just do things. She has to do everything What the fuck was that? Why in the world would... Okay, so Ophelia has now blended the world of reality and her acting like Nomi.
But I caught it.
So
I'm gonna hold it over my notebook.
We're just gonna
so
move
sorry.
on.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so basically what happens is Nomi gets the lead in the production.
She is
and
the goddess.
She is the goddess. And 10 minutes later, she decides to leave Vegas. You okay?
I'm making sure there's no beer on my face.
No, I would have told you.
Okay. She wants to leave Vegas, but
Why did she leave Vegas, by the way?
her friend got beat up.
Oh, did she?
Dead.
Not-
Really bad. But her friend was
Not
obsessed.
not just beat up.
She was gang raped.
gang raped.
Gang raped.
So in this story
brutally.
of, oh my God.
She was in love with him though. Like she wanted to have sex with him, and then he wanted to have sex
Of
with her.
Andrew Carver.
Andrew Carver, the guy.
Yes.
She's like, I want to have sex. I'm obsessed with him. All over
She
her
would have
walls.
totally, I mean, she would have done anything
But then
for
he
Andrew
showed
Carver.
up, and then he wanted
Punched
it.
her in the face.
And then she said no, and was running out, and then he got mad, punched her in the face, and then his groupies, all three, had
Gang
sex with
raped
her.
her.
Gang rape. It was brutal. They punched her. They knocked her out. She came out like bleeding, wobbling, falling to the ground, which is really sad because that was her idol at once, but he took advantage of it.
Yeah.
And which set Naomi off to no end.
We've basically told the whole story of the movie.
Wait, but the pool.
Are you okay? Where are you going? Oh, the pool.
Wait, we didn't talk about her
Oh,
seizure.
we didn't talk about the pool seizure. Shit.
Oh my God, there is a sex scene. There are two sex scenes
There
where
are
she
two-
has a straight up seizure.
Violent sex scenes.
It looks beautiful, and she was further back.
It looks
and the
beautiful?
Further back. No, at first,
Yeah. When it starts.
because it's beautiful and sensual.
We're talking
and,
about.
like,
We're talking about. Okay,
soft.
hold on. We have to lead up to this. So,
Okay.
so there's a situation. How are we doing on time here? Fuck. Okay. So we're at a situation where Nomi is very, very happy. She's gotten now the lead. Not the lead. She's now in the show, and she's happy. And Zach says, "Hey, let's go for a ride in my Ferrari." And Zach's gonna take her wherever she wants to go. And he says, "Where do you want to go?" And Naomi says, "Your place." So we
Yes.
go to Zach's place,
We go
which
to
is
Zach's place.
an amazing Las Vegas house. with
Beautiful, complete with
best pool
fake
with
palmetto trees.
neon palm trees at his pool.
Neon trees, like
Oh
you
my God,
pointed out.
it's
the
so
neon
cheesy.
Trees.
So they go swimming, but the way they go swimming is Nomi walks out toward the pool and just drops her
Undresses.
dress because she's not wearing anything underneath.
She knows what's going on. She knows where she's going.
She had a plan
She had a
all
plan.
along.
She goes in, she drops that dress, goes in, goes straight down, holds her breath, does the dirty on him with a great breath hold, I must add. Comes
By the way,
back up, dies, complete
when-
convulsions. It was actually a really sexy, like adult a scene,
Like a
right?
porn scene?
It was like very pornographic, but like without the 70s crazy weird porn music.
Wow.
The
Until until
she goes underwater.
she goes backwards into a waterfall that's falling on top of her, and she goes
no
into
hands out.
she goes into some weird, like,
She shakes it, and she shakes it under the
she's
water.
having a seizure, and the water is hitting her way
He's
up.
coming. She's.
I can only imagine filming this scene and how many times they had to stop because she
It looked
got
like one take. That's
she
all I'm
got
gonna
water up into her
nose.
sinuses
She
and
most
nearly
definitely
died.
did.
Nearly died
She
so many
nearly.
times.
You could tell because she wasn't half
I
assing it.
swear to God, she was being
She
waterboarded.
committed to this role. She hardcore did. You could tell she did.
I will agree with Ophelia. Elizabeth Berkley went 100%
Balls to the
into
wall.
this role.
Yes, she did.
And whatever Paul asked her to do, she did, and then turned it up to 11. And Paul just said,
Up to 11.
and then Paul just said, "Great, cool, print it, cool,
I got
we're
that
done.
reference, just
Moving on." Yeah, both sex scenes she was having
Both
a
of
seizure.
them.
She doesn't know how to have
But
sex.
I almost want to redo it. Because I almost want to recreate it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was.
We're gonna pause this for a moment, and we'll be back. Ophelia, does this film work?
I think it worked.
Great, it works.
Well,
hold on a second. We need to define really quickly what this film is. So, can you imagine what a genre or what this film was trying to do?
This genre is 18 going on 19, virgin.
I will say that when this movie came out, it was rated NC-17.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I could see why.
And
there's a lot of boobs, a lot of sex, a lot of.
It is. And Paul Verhoeven did not try to make it a rated R film because he knew it was shit, and he knew that if it was gonna come out rated NC-17, he could use that as marketing, as saying, "Oh my gosh, this is a dirty movie." You know, it was a big deal in the 90s when this came out, but it was a big deal when it was NC-17 because at the time the only other successful NC-17 movie that had come out was called Henry and June. And when I say successful, I mean it made maybe $1 million. It wasn't very successful at all. And this movie was not very successful at all either, because a lot of theaters wouldn't show it because of the NC-17 rating.
They want to associate with...
Right, because there was a certain stigma attached to NC-17 that a lot of chains wouldn't even pick up. Okay, so we agree that this movie works as far as what it is.
I liked it. I thought it was good. Had my attention. It was a 2 hour and 11 minute long movie.
Oh my God, yes. So.
But didn't feel like it.
Let me just apologize to you. I'm sorry. Most of the time, these movies are about 90 minutes because they're crap. She's not joking. This movie was 2 hours and 11 minutes long.
It was pretty long. It was not bad though. I was entertained.
How many tits do you think are in it?
Holy God! I saw
all
all the back arches, all the titties.
All of them.
All the but iced up titties. And now I know that I need to ice my titties for up to 3 to 4 minutes to make them perky for any photo shoot and/or other thing. So perky titties plus ice equals 4 minutes.
Right. Yeah. So all of the tits are in this movie, and I believe we saw
all the tits, all of the improper hair placement of wigs were not properly. I want to know what fucking hair gel.
That's a good point.
I want to know what you're using for your wigs because they did this. They went from to.
Yeah, so they're wearing wigs in some of these productions,
and
they're throwing hair
around.
They
threw them on 2 seconds previous.
That's not how wigs work.
Wait, there's a couple of things I had to actually.
Oh, you can still read that? We actually get to see Kyle MacLachlan's very chiseled ass in this movie as well.
What a beautiful ass! All the boobs I saw were noteworthy. Noteworthy tits.
Yeah. Except for the big fat lady with the
dirty dancing. Also, the fact that Nomi, her character litters because she littered like twice.
Nomi is a bad person.
She's a bad girl.
She threw her cheeseburger bag out of the car.
She throws things. She throws things, and she likes to litter.
She's a terrible person. When
she dances and has an orgasm, she has a stroke.
Okay.
And there's a 21-second sex scene that happened during orgasm.
That's the most important thing. So when we talked at length about this pool scene that they fucked
21
in, right?
seconds of glory.
I'll check the tape, but it lasted, I think, 21 seconds.
I can't even reproduce it myself. I want to so badly try, but I will look like I'm doing the Bernie. Like she was literally. I dropped my notes. But she was.
I don't have a pool, but I gotta.
Well, she was getting it. She was thrown back into the shower.
What? I've got a tub. I can turn the shower on, and you can drown in the shower, and we can reproduce.
Because she was clearly drowning. She was clearly.
Oh my
drowning.
God! Yeah. Because her mouth and her face was open, and the water
was open, and the water was going in. I was
down.
like, holy God! She's been there for a full 19 to 24 seconds. There's water in her lungs.
She's dead.
She's at capacity. She's out.
She died many times during the filming of this movie.
Ah!
All right,
but dedication.
So we have to wrap this up, Ophelia. So the last question I need to ask you of this, oh, that's gonna sound good.
I'm sure. I'm sorry, everybody.
Ophelia, If you were a regular person,
If
how many drinks would it take for you to enjoy watching Showgirls?
I actually enjoyed it. So how many I had? I had like what, 4, 5?
Yeah. Well,
6.
that's the problem because you were drinking when you were watching this, and we lost track. So I guess what I'm asking you is how many do you think?
At least the
Wait,
minimum.
wait. Not you.
The average person.
A person. What would you suggest a person drinks?
I think the average person should have like 4.
4.
4 beers. 4 beers
4
or 2 mixed
beers.
drinks, maybe 2.5 shots
4 beers.
to watch.
Well, we
Showgirls.
like to keep it in beers or drinks because it's easier for people to
beers.
understand.
So we'll go with 4 to 6
4 beers.
beers.
4
is
to
the
6?
average norm
You have to have a number.
of 4 to 6 beers for.
That's a
Showgirls.
range. That's not a number. I need a
Let's go with a hard 4.
5.
Let's go with 5 to be safe.
5.
5 beers is what is the
I think
necessity
I led her
required.
to that answer, but we'll go with 5. She says 5 beers to really enjoy
To understand,
Showgirls.
to appreciate the art that is Showgirls.
the art. Okay. I respect your answer. But I'm gonna say that 5 might be too many. And here's
Too many?
Hold on. Here's why. We have both probably had more than 5. And we have seen Showgirls for the hilarity that it is. But there's a deeper message that Paul Verhoeven has made here. Paul Verhoeven also made RoboCop, the original, and he also made Starship Troopers,
Whoa!
the original
No way.
Starship Troopers.
No way.
Yes.
The original RoboCop was made by this guy?
Yes. So the deal is Paul Verhoeven makes satire movies, and it has been argued that he made this film to satire sexuality and fame and stuff, and he's like satirized it into this film, and that's why this film was made.
Really?
That's a theory. But you have to assume that if he made RoboCop and Starship Troopers, that makes sense in his filmology that he would make such a film. So what I'm saying is 3 to 4, 3.5 beers. You should have 3.5 drinks.
At least 3.
Yeah, you know what? Have 3 before you even start the film.
And then you'll decide after that point.
And that's a great idea. That's a perfectly good idea. Have 3 before you start the movie and then decide
Because
what
it's a beautiful film, right?
I thought it was wonderful to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was visually interesting to watch, and the sound wasn't horrible. You could hear what was going on, except for my copy, which was off. It was a little off. Otherwise, it was a good movie, I thought.
I thought it was a good movie.
Ophelia, thank you so much for coming here and letting me torture you for 2 hours
I loved
watching
it.
this.
I loved it. It was a great movie. I would never have watched it otherwise. I've heard about it.
I hope that maybe one day you'll come back and watch another terrible movie with me.
I love to watch
Yay!
movies with you. Yay!
So we're gonna go do some stuff now. I don't know what it is, but thank you very much for watching this 22nd episode of Models and Movies.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. This this has been Ophelia Bloom _modeling.
Modeling.
I've just put it up on the screen again, and she nearly knocked over all of the popcorn.
Oh my God! Happy Easter! Follow me on.
But
I did in the last.
Had
4
you knocked
days.
that over, I would have wheelbarrowed you, and you would have had to have eaten at least 80 pieces of
Good thing
popcorn.
I'm the best wheelbarrow eater in the world. In the world.
It's documented. Thank you very much for
Bye,
coming.
Thank you.
This is us saying goodbye. Thank you very much for watching,
Bye,
and we'll
thank
see you
you.
next time
Watch
on
this
Models and
movie.
Movies.